early to get set up here. So give me just a second. If you can hear me, if you could let me know, I would greatly appreciate it before we begin. And we are actually going to be doing a new way of doing our live videos tonight. So I'm very excited to share all that with you. But if you can, let me know that you can hear me and we will begin. Also, I have a wonderful special guest tonight, Madison. It is her birthday in just a few days, so we've got a lot going on here. And I've got a couple of announcements, and then I will let you know how we're going to be doing the live Q&As going forward. And then we will get to your questions and try to help you out with Coturnix quail. So can anybody hear me? Is that a good sign?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hear you well. Wonderful. All right. So before we begin, I've got a couple of announcements. First off, this is our live Q&A. We do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most Sundays. I canceled last one. And just for the record, I will be canceling Super Bowl Sunday because I want to watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, so so we will be canceling that one, but for the most part, we do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. It's a live Q&A. You come on, you can ask any questions concerning Coturnix quail. We try to help you out on your journey, and we have a lot of fun. We do a couple different things. Number one, if you want to let us know where you're from, we always do a shout out, and it's always interesting to see where everybody's from. Florida, Minnesota, Puerto Rico, Guam, all kinds of places. It's really a lot of fun with that. Also, if you've hatched hatching eggs from us this week, you can feel free to let us know what the hatch rate is. We write that down for our records, and it is a new year, so we will be starting a new percentage. So I will be bringing that out the week after Super Bowl. That'll give me a month to get an average together. So we'll have a new number this year. So I'm very excited about that. So far, it's looking like an even better number than last year. So that's really exciting. What we're going to be doing going forward is we're going to do the live Q&A, but at the beginning, I'm actually going to do a topic. So the very first 10 minutes is going to be a topic that I come up with. I'm just going to mention it. Hopefully it'll answer some questions that you might have or that you might not have, but you wanted to have. We'll answer those for you, and then we'll go into the live Q&A. At the very beginning of our videos going forward, I'll also do any announcements. So the announcements for this week are the next Sunday, February 1st, February 2nd is going to be our giveaway for the 18 and under contest. The 18 and under contest is for anybody that is 18 and under. I'm going to move this down so they can see you a little bit better. That's anyone that's 18 and under. You can email me at zack@myshirefarm.com. We'll pick a winner once a month, and that winner will receive 60 free eggs from us and a Wynola Ranch cage. This is to encourage and enthuse the younger generation to become more responsible, to learn entrepreneurship, to start their own business, and things like that. Get them involved with self-sufficiency and things like that. So I'm very excited about that. You'll just want to email us, or you have your children or grandchildren email us, anyone that's 18 and under, on why they want to start with quail, and then we kind of send them a starter set. So that's very exciting. So the winner for next month will be announced the first Sunday of every month. So we'll be doing that. Also, February 1st, next Monday. So actually, next Sunday would be January 31st. Okay, so it's actually a couple weeks before we announce. I'm a liar, sorry. But the winner will be announced the first Sunday of every month. If the first Sunday of the month is Super Bowl Sunday, then I'll just do a small little video so you're not waiting even longer. But February 1st, which is a week from tomorrow, we'll be doing a life in the day of at Myshire. You'll be following me around. You'll also be following Papa around for a little bit, asking questions as we work, doing our daily things. We'll be doing the poop system. We'll be collecting eggs. We'll be organizing orders. We'll be going to the post office. We'll be feeding, watering, moving chicks, all kinds of stuff. You can ask us questions as you go, and hopefully be able to learn some things along the way. If you can't follow us live since it is a Monday, I completely get it. In the comments, I'll be putting marks on when we're talking about specific topics. So, at 10 minutes in, we're talking about feed. At 20 minutes in, we're doing the poop system at whatever. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about that. Let's see, what else are my notes? So that is February 1st. We'll be doing a live Q&A at A Day in the Life of. Before I go any further, if you could hit that like button and support our channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Also, February 1st, we are going to be open back up to the public, so I'm very excited about that. It's getting too hot in here. I can't use the hat anymore. So I'll be very excited about that. It is by appointment only just because we're so busy. But if you were wanting to visit the farm or pick up some eggs or things like that, February 1st is when we will start again. And then a couple exciting things is, number one, the candlers are on the website. They are free shipping. We also moved our scissors to free shipping. So that's very exciting. So you can add those onto your order at no extra cost as far as the shipping goes. So that's very exciting. The candles are candlers that we have on the website are what we use. They're called Incubrites, and they're the best in the business as far as I'm considered. As far as I consider it. Also, I ordered the shirts. I paid for them. They will be here this week sometime. So I will be showing you 3 new designs of shirts. They won't just be Myshire Farm. They're really fun designs, really cool looking. I'm really excited about it. So those are on its way, which the kids are already saying they get one. And I said, no, these are for sale. And they said, no, they're not. So I'll have less than what I thought, but I did buy quite a bit. Also, I have some bad news. The goal for this year was to not take jumbos off the website. And that lasted 24 days. So I took them off today because I am 2 weeks behind. I'm getting quite a bit, and I'm adding another 800 to the breeders in about 3 weeks. So I'll be caught up in about a week. They'll be put back on the website, but they are out of stock for the next couple of days until I get caught up. I had a massive order come in, and it got me behind. So I apologize about that, but I will get caught up with those, and I'll put them back on as soon as possible. So recap. Candlers are on the website. They're the best there is. If you need a candler, check it out, myshirefarm.com. Under supplies, they are free shipping and cheaper than eBay and Amazon. So I'm very excited about that. Shirts are on the way, so stay tuned for next week. Hopefully I'll be able to show you the designs. Really excited about those. We'll be doing a day in the life of on February 1st, which is a live Q&A while we work, so you can see what we do and how we do, and maybe even collect your eggs to ship out. So that's very exciting. And we will be open back up to the public February 1st by appointment only. Okay, I wasted 7 minutes of your time. I apologize. Let's get rolling, shall we? So the title for this week is When to Move Chicks from Lockdown, Some Tips and Tricks for Chicks. I've had quite a bit of questions this week about it. I've had a couple of phone calls about it, and I've seen quite a bit on Facebook about it. So here's some tips and tricks. We recommend 24 hours. So let's say they start hatching on day 16. Let's say day 16 is Thursday, right? They start hatching on a Thursday. On Friday, around the same time you notice they started hatching, open up the incubator, take the dry chicks out, leave the wet chicks in. A lot of people are concerned about opening their incubator and shrink wrapping the eggs. Have a process, but it's not the end of the world. Shrink wrapping eggs only happens when the incubator is open for like 5, 7, 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. So maybe have a little basket or a little holder or a little pouch. Grab the chicks, put them in there, close it up, and then move them to lockdown. Don't be going from room to room and things like that. But we recommend every 24 hours only removing the dry chicks. If they're in there for 36 hours, 48 hours, it's not the end of the world, but every 24 hours is what we recommend. Fast and steady, which I kind of already talked about, have a method in place. So have something to transfer the chicks from lockdown to something, close it back up, and then transfer them from there to the brooder so that your lockdown is not open for very long. Another tip and trick is feed and water need to be next to the heat source, at least for the first 5 to 7 days. They get very cold, they're very small, they get very cold very quickly. So they don't like to travel a lot. They want to be in one little confined area. After about 5 to 7 days, then you can kind of separate the food and water from the heat source and they'll be fine. But keep that in mind. If you're having a higher mortality rate than what you're wanting, maybe move your food and water closer to the heat. Next is you can use a 250 watt. That gets really, really hot, so keep that in mind. We use the 125 watt and then we cover up the top to insulate it a little bit more. So we use the 125, but we use the 250s before. We've used the 225s before. It's really up to you, but everything is a little bit different. So if you use a higher watt bulb, you're going to want to give them a lot more insulation or a lot more ventilation and not insulate so much. If you're using a 125, you're going to want to cover up the top to keep all the heat in. So keep that in mind. Those are my tips and tricks this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now we're going to get to the questions. Hope I didn't bore you too much. Again, support our channel by
hitting that like button.
That's right. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's see. Juanita Fields from Wisconsin. Welcome. Thanks. I enjoy the live chats. Thank you very much. It has been a long week. I agree with that. Cheryl A says, hi, everyone. From Julian, San Diego. Going to be snow tonight. 30 from auction and lockdown today. That's great. Best of luck. Hopefully you'll be able to let us know how it goes next week. As far as your hatch rate goes, best of luck to you, though. Bill says, good evening from Uric, Missouri. Welcome. Glad you're here. Tanya is in the house from Southern Indiana. Welcome. Juanita says, I try to share his experience with everyone I can. That's great. Best of luck to you. Judy says, I could not find this last week. Were you on? I was not. I had to cancel. We also had a long week here. I'll leave it at that. But no, I did have to cancel. And we actually, that was the first time we canceled and did not reschedule in about a year. It was a long week, but we are getting caught up. Jamel says hello from, let's see. Hello from Washington State. Welcome. Glad you're here. Jay Joseph from the Caribbean. Welcome. Beth Reed says it's 50 degrees here right now. It's a little bit colder here, but it's manageable. Not talking to me. Zara is in the house from Australia. Very cool. Can you name an Australian animal that's native to Australia? Think about it. What animal lives in Australia? Think about it. I'm going to come back to you. Let's see. Nick says loud and clear. Happy and early birthday, Madison.
Thank you.
Heather from Vermont is in the house. Welcome. I'll skip all these. John Hughes in the house from Fort Myers, Florida. Welcome. Sounds good. New Gridstone Lures is new. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Midlife Dreaming, Kevin from California is in the house. Welcome. No sound, loud and clear. Okay, we must have fixed it then. Zara from Australia is in the house. Happy birthday. Let's see. Midwest Kristen says, listening in from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, as I put the chickens and quail to bed. Absolutely, we'll be doing that after the video. Let's see. S.A. Dang from Stuart, Florida. Welcome. Robert from Minnesota is in the house. Welcome. When is Super Bowl Sunday? It's the 7th, I believe. Go Bucks. I disagree with that, but you can vote for whoever you want. Jay from Huntsville, Texas is in the house. Welcome. Michigan is in the house. Washington here. Judy, welcome. Pappin from Kissimmee, Florida. We've stayed in Kissimmee on vacation before. That was our last vacation. Second to last. I don't remember. Nick from Evans, Colorado's in the house. Can you think of an Australian animal? Kangaroos?
I was gonna guess that.
Well, you didn't. Sarah's in the house. Hey, Zach, I've heard you say Scarlets are your smallest, but I just wanted to say my Scarlet tuxedos are massive, one hen being over 12 ounces. We do have a couple big ones, but overall, they're definitely our smallest. But that doesn't mean that they're small. That just, they're average the smallest. But yeah, we've got some big ones too. I don't know if we've got a 12 ouncer, but congratulations, that's huge. Ohio Valley Pond and Excavation is in the house from Cincinnati. Welcome, glad you're here. Undeniable Lies from Louisiana, welcome. Monica Smith from Michigan is in the house. William from Wisconsin. Robin from Michigan as well. A lot of Michigans tonight. Sillamore 1961 says, hi, Zach and all from North Central Arkansas. Sarah Concrete says, oh, and I have the 60 eggs I won from Trivia Night hatching now, 12 out so far. That's great. Best of luck to you. Robert says, is it safe to have eggs shipped this time of year? Yes, the numbers that I have so far is about an 81%. But again, that's only for about a week now because I only started counting starting on the 18th. So I don't have that many orders in. I think maybe 25, 28, maybe 30 orders that have gotten back to me so far that have hatched after the 18th. So yeah, we're still doing pretty good though. Charlotte from Georgia is in the house. Welcome. Jen, how do you handle damaged eggs and low fertility for your customers? Free shipping only, but charge for eggs, no charge discount. How do you handle damaged eggs or low fertility? We have not had damaged eggs or more than one in a package in over a year. So I think we got that down pat. Low fertility, we really don't have an issue with. As far as maybe a low hatch rate, I work with the person. Number one, we need to find out the cause. That's first and foremost, rather than just, hey, I got a low hatch rate. Okay, I'll send you some more. Send me your info. Okay, what happened? Where did it happen at? Was it the shipping? Was it, is your incubator reading incorrectly? Are we right on the right days? What's your humidity? Whose error was it? Let's fix it. I don't care whose problem it is or whose issue it was, whose mistake it was. It doesn't matter. It matters we fix the problem and move forward because I don't want to reship you just to have the same issue again if we didn't resolve the issue in the first place. No, I guarantee a 50% hatch rate, all expenses paid. So if you get under a 50% hatch rate on what you ordered, so if you ordered 25, it would be 50% off of 25, not the 30 that I send. If you get a low hatch rate, we'll discuss it. We'll find out what the issue is. I would say most times we can find out what the problem was. Not always, but most. And then I'll reship you and we go from there. Stacy from Vermont is in the house. Michael from Colorado Springs, welcome, glad you're here. My 3Bs Farm says hello from Carver, Massachusetts. Lockdown for a couple dozen pansy fees from Myshire. That's great, best of luck to you. Kiki's in the house from Houston, Texas, welcome. Kasumi Rose says, Western Tennessee, a warm 49 degrees. Great to see you and everyone. Absolutely. Glad you're here. Dig a Kit says, hello, Kitty at High Hopes Farm in Denmark, Maine. 44 out of the 60 Christmas eggs hatched last weekend. That's great. Congratulations. Beth Reed says, got one male sparkly in the hatch. When can I cross him in order to get more? GPC Wilds, Fab Fee Italians, Tibetan Snowies. I would cross him with Wilds is what I would do. And you should get a couple. And then as soon as you get one or two, take out the wild and put them together. Monica Smith says, that's amazing. I don't know what part, but great. Again, support the channel by
hitting that like button.
That's right, hitting that like button. John Hughes, Robin C is there. Oh, nope, not talking to me. 44 out of 60 free jumbos I won from the last giveaway of the year. I even have all white in there. That's great. Congratulations. Rose Cold Rake Heather from Northeast Ohio is in the house. Welcome. Black Bell Farm hatched 25 out of my 60 giveaway eggs. 44 went into lockdown. That's great. Kind of sounds like maybe there's a small little humidity issue there. I would calibrate it and make sure it's reading correctly. Don Cook, hi everyone from Eagletown, Oklahoma. Welcome, glad you're here. Teresa from upstate New York is in the house. Start. Erie Quail Farm is in the house, says hit that like, quail heads. Absolutely, hit the like button, support the channel, I'd appreciate it. You want a drink? Okay. Kasumi Rose says hit the thumbs up. That would be very, very nice for everyone to do. I'd appreciate it. Support the channel. Madison has a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Let's see. Connecticut is in the house. Zaria04, good evening, folks. Welcome. Not talking to Robin C. Zach, was wondering if you talked to your postmaster or if you got a chance to. If not, a good subject for your live topics. Would love to hear what happened. This is regarding the Jumbo Wilds. I need to go back and refresh it. I remember vaguely talking, but I don't remember the specifics. I usually talk to management at the post office, I would say at least once every 2 weeks, if not sooner. It's very important to have a very good relationship with them. Be lenient with them. You know, never act like it's their fault. But they can't fix anything they don't know about. So you got to be open to bringing situations up to them, but not in a way that they're going to be defensive about it. Michael from South Texas is in the house. Am I boring you? I'm not. That's wonderful. Because the yawning's happening again. Brittany says 44 out of the 60 Christmas giveaway eggs hatched. Somehow 3 came cracked in the mail, so actually 44 out of 57. That's still pretty good. Congratulations. Monica Smith says, how much are your candlers? 18? I think they're 18, free shipping. YRB says, good to have more sales than expected. Bravo, bro. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. Z from Chester, Virginia. How is everyone? Your helper is back tonight. Absolutely. Jason says, hatch 36 out of the 60 mix from the Christmas contest. Wonderful. Congratulations. 2 things. Number 1, the shipping, the post office really struggled the week we shipped those. So I'm not super surprised that everyone got around a 50%. Secondly, technically those might have hatched in January, but they weren't, they were shipped in December. So I'm not counting them for this year's. So just to be clear. Let's see. But I do want to know. It's just I wanted you to know why I wasn't writing it down. I need to order 50 feather sexable mix for week of February 14th delivery. When should I order? You can order anytime. If you order on their website, at checkout, there's a little note section, and you can say, please ship the week of. If you do a specific date, we try our best. Preferably if you can give us a week time frame, that's a lot easier for us. But you could order now and say, please ship this week. I would give me at least, it's starting to be busy season. I'd give me at least 7 to 10 days. So pretty soon. Big Mike 1000 says, transfer them like if you were playing hot potato. Maybe a little gentler, but that's a good idea. We can modify it a little bit. Let's see. Don Cook says, Myshire makes 36 out of the 60 hatch, slight humidity issue, then I'm sure affected the hatch. My problem, but got it fixed. Thanks, Zach. That's great. Not too bad. I believe the mix that you got, Don, was from the contest. If you're still on, let me know if that was the case. Let's see, Letty from Del Rio, Texas. Welcome. Don Cook, great tips, Zach. Thank you. We did tips at the very beginning about baby chicks and tips and tricks that you could watch if you came in late. It's about the first, I don't know, between a 7-minute mark and about 12-minute mark, I do believe, but I could be wrong. Again, support our channel by
hitting that like button.
That is right. Michael Layton says, I'm planning on using a brooder plate I just bought, or should I stay with the heat lamp? We've never used a brooder plate before, heat plate before. Some people do have great success. If you do, if you could tag Michael Layton in your comment and let them know how your experience was. We've never used one, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. If I were you, I would probably experiment and maybe do both. Set up a small little brooder with the heat plate, the other one with the heat lamp if you're already using one, and kind of see which one works best for you. Nick Dora says, if my humidity level has been in the mid-50s the first 14 days before going into lockdown, what should I bump my humidity up to for lockdown? Very good question. And this cough drop is making my mouth water a little bit. I would treat it the same way. I'd still do about 70-75% humidity, and you'll be fine. David says, do recessive whites have to be vent sexed? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Rusty says, do you know if Bob White can be brought to lay with artificial light? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't know. I'm not a Bob White expert. I only specialize in Coturnix quail. Look at how much you're learning. Let's see.
Totally.
Mike says hello from Texas. I don't know if it's Texas or South Texas, but Texas alone. Monica Smith says, I'm new to hatching. What humidity do you keep the incubators at in Michigan near Lake Michigan? So the temperature should be 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit the entire time. From the day you put them in until you put them into lockdown, the humidity should be about 40 to 45%. And then at lockdown, it should go up to about 70-75%. Now, that's just a quick thing. If you're new to hatching, Monica Smith, what I would recommend is going to our playlists on our YouTube channel, Myshire Farm. And if you go to the playlist, which is the third tab over, there's a playlist that's new to quail, what I need to know. There's also one about the frequently asked questions for the brooder process you would probably want to watch. There's also an incubator playlist. They're only like 5-6 minutes long, but they go in a lot of detail and I show you everything. So that should help you a lot and probably answer a lot of questions you might not have yet, but you will. Again, support the channel by
hitting that like button.
We are on a roll. Christy Cooley says hi from Virginia Beach. Happy birthday, Madison.
Thank you.
Her birthday is in 2 days and she'll be 4.
9.
Okay, how about 6? I'll do 7, but that's the highest I'll go. We'll talk about this later. All right. Jesse Mills says, hi, everyone from Iowa. Happy birthday, Madison.
Thank you.
Arturo Lopez, hola from Cancun. Could you speak about the jumbos and normal quail? We actually have a couple videos. You could search in the difference in raising jumbo versus regular quail. That's a pretty good video, if I have to say so myself. I'm going to say it myself. Do you think that's a good video?
I never watched it.
Do you think that's a good video?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. Also, on the playlist, all about the colors, we have a video that's dedicated to all jumbos that will give you a lot of information as well. Am I the only one that lost Zach? I hope not. I hope I'm back. Am I back? Did anyone lose me? I'm back on both. I'll keep going. I think. You can hear me. You're here. Okay, you're good. Okay, all right, wonderful. Todd says, hey, Zach from Crete, Illinois, welcome. Earl Nichols says, good evening from Sunbright, Tennessee. We put our eggs into incubator yesterday. 30 snowies and 29 pearl, having aggression issues with our Italian quail. Interesting. Make sure your ratio is right, about 5-to-1 male to female ratio. Make sure you got about 3.5 quail per square foot. And you might just have to get rid of an aggressive one. It's hard to say. New York State is in the house. Looks like -4 degrees there.
Whoa.
Whoa. But welcome, Rusty. Karina Miller says hello from Rochester, New York. Our jumbos are on day 8, and we are excited to see what our hatch rate is. We missed you last week. Thank you very much. Last week was a rough week. We had a lot going on this week. Nana was in the hospital, got out of the hospital, came and lived with us. We had to get the room ready for her.
Yeah.
We were all sick. It was a pretty rough week. Let's see. Earl Nichols says, how do you handle aggression issues? We have one that lost an eye. I don't handle aggression issues. I stop them immediately. I don't want that in the gene pool, so anytime I see an aggressor, they get pulled out, male or female. Carla's Garden says, hi, Zach. Thanks for the info. My girls are laying again. Wonderful. How long and at what temp can I store eggs before putting them into the incubator? I recommend up to 7 days. You don't have to wait 7 days, but 7 days is my cutoff here at the farm, even for our eggs. And really, they're pretty... If it's above freezing to about 65, 75 degrees, they're fine. Room temperature, if you're in a garage or a barn, if it's insulated, they can stay in there. Or you can bring them inside and put them on your kitchen counter. So, I mean, just not below freezing. And, you know, if you're in Texas during the summer, not 1,000 degrees outside either. Rhoda Lynn from California's in the house. Christmas giveaway eggs, 30 Myshire mix, 17 hatch. That's good. Congratulations. Bill, question, are you getting caught up on your snowies? Just curious about my order, try to 1 incubator open for it. If you ordered, they're on their, getting them caught up, yes. If you want to text me tomorrow, I will be in the barn literally all day. I could give you a date or a time frame, you know, this coming up weekend, the beginning of next week, whatever. I could do that. As far as them going back on the website, I made a huge mistake, and I might have forgotten to take them off eBay. And so they're off eBay now. You can't order them on eBay, but I might have accidentally sold like 500 on eBay before I noticed. So a little further behind than what I thought, but I'm getting caught up. They've been off the website for a while. I would say all orders should be out in about a week and a half at the most. But remember, the last couple of days of that week and a half are all those eBay orders I didn't notice. Anywho, Dave is here from Alton, Illinois. Welcome, glad you're here. We need 13 more likes to make myself feel better. And Madison doesn't care, but it would make me feel better if you hit the like button. I'd like to see 100 likes, so support our channel. Hit our like button, I'd appreciate it. Let's see, Joseph says, how controllable are the lids when loading and unloading? How controllable are the lids? I don't know what you mean. I apologize, Joseph. How controllable are the lids when loading and unloading? I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. Kevin says, hi everyone from Sydney, Australia. Can you name an Australian animal?
Kangaroo.
That's wonderful. Good job. Erie Quail Farm says 98 watching, 73 likes. Hit that thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now we just need 3 more likes to make myself feel better. And Madison will do a little dance. No, won't do a dance. Maybe do a dance?
Yeah.
Maybe. Midwest Kristen says, is there a certain thermometer or hydrometer you recommend? There's not. We use a bunch of different ones. We switch them out quite a bit just because we use it so much. What I would do, honestly, is join Facebook. Go to Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group and post the question in there. You'll get a lot of comments on what people use. And you can kind of see, you know, well, I don't use this one, or I used to use this one, or this one I swear by, and you'll get a lot of different opinions. I kind of use everything and I don't really pay attention to it too much. We've probably got 3 different brands in there, and I wouldn't be able to tell you which one I like the most. Sorry. Black Bell Farm says, with the hum issue and lockdown, would it have been too much humidity? Thought the temp might have been lower because I didn't put the thermometer in the same spot. Hum was hard to keep below 80. Humidity was hard to keep below 80. Ooh. Yeah, some of them could have drowned. Black Bell Farm, if you're still on, did you candle? And if you did, how many were developed quite far that didn't hatch out? And that would be able to determine whether it was a temp or humidity issue, or neither one. The Wax Paradox, cool. Brittany, Mira, and Brian from Illinois. We have Wilds and Fab Fee in the incubator. 8 days to go. That's wonderful. Best of luck. Hopefully you'll be able to let me know how they do. Yes from the giveaway. Thank you very much, Don. Heidi Sparks says, hi from Colorado. Had 4 hatch of the mix of 30 from the trivia night. Lost 1 of the 4. That's not good. The trivia night, 4 of the 30. Wow, that's not great. Heidi, if you could message me, I'd like to get some information from you and find out what the cause was. Jesse Mills says, I had a surprise last Sunday. The post office delivered my eggs just before 9 in the morning. Well, that was custom service right there. Mike Soba says, what size wire do you use for your floors? I have a recent breakout of hurt toes and or bumblefoot in a group of about 8-month-old birds. I'm using 1/2 inch by 1 inch wire. Should I change to 1/2 by 1/2? We use 1/2 by 1/2, but we also, what I would recommend, the bumblefoot or the hurt toes would not be the wire itself. Well, it would a little bit. I would move to a 1/2 by 1/2. That'll help a little bit. But either used galvanized wire or sand it down, or there's a paint you can get to smooth the wire out. If you do one of those 3 things plus change it to 1/2 by 1/2, you shouldn't have any issues at all. I don't know of one bumblefoot we have anymore. At the very beginning, years and years ago, almost all of them were like that. But you know, that wire was just way too rough on their feet. So, you know, we sanded it down, it got a little bit better. We moved to 1/2 by 1/2, got a little bit better. Then we galvanized it, used galvanized wire, and all issues are gone. And we hit 104 likes. You want to do a little dance, or maybe later?
When the video's
Oh,
done.
okay, all right. Let's see. I use a brooder. Verna uses a brooder plate, one that has metal, not the one from Brincia. Question, I believe you use water cups for your quail. Why not horizontal nipples that are very clean and sanitary all the time? Just curious. We are experimenting with that a little bit. Getting them to use them is a major issue. Also, they grow so quickly. You need so many in there at different sizes. There's just the way we do things. Plus, our brooders are mobile. There's a couple things, but we are trying to do something a little bit different. How to eat it. Earl Nichols says, we used a heat plate and a heat lamp. 1/2 stayed with the heat plate and the other 1/2 stayed with the heat lamp or cooler section. Great idea. What type of lighting and how bright? You could use pretty much anything will work. As long as they have light, I recommend 18 hours a day. 16 to 18 hours a day is what I recommend. Robin C says, happy birthday, Madison.
Thank you.
Midwest Kristen says, my daughter will be 7 on Friday. I don't know where the time went. Happy birthday, Madison.
Thank you.
And she will be 9, but I don't like it. You're here, you're back. Nope. We see you, never lost you. Okay. See you. Thank you, everyone, for answering. John says, hello from Indiana. GoPro AZ, inkbirds are so prone to failure. We have a meat thermometer with an alarm on it, so I have the incubator goes too high, it alerts us. That's a great idea. You keep fading, I am out. Sorry. Let's see. The closer the sunlight's better. Zach, what podcast do you speak on, and when did it air? It's not aired yet. It's supposed to be airing in the next 2 weeks, and I will get all that information for you shortly. They're supposed to be sending me a bunch of links. I probably should look into that. Let's write that down. I looked into it a couple weeks ago, and they wanted to make it a big deal, like their 200th episode or something, so they held off a little bit, and I never followed up. It's sometime at the beginning of February, which is coming up soon, podcast. And I do listen to the podcast. They do one a week, and it's more of like, self-sufficiency, gardening, crafts, tips and tricks on doing things yourself, which is really cool, pretty fun. But it's on my phone and I can't remember the name of it, but I will get you that information. I hope everyone is feeling better. We are feeling better. Mom's not feeling the best, but she's feeling better than what she did. Let's see. YRB says, have young productive hen and solo cage. Her name is Scalpini. Scalpini. She was not the aggressor. Well, there you go. I think you're talking to somebody else. Jerry Alexander says 26 out of 30 Rosetta are out now. 2 are pipped. 26 out of 30 Rosetta are out now. 2 are pipped. Oh, that is fantastic. Congratulations, Jerry. Send me the final results, and I'll write that down because those were shipped after January 1st. MB says, thanks for the great info and all the effort you put in. I'm sorry if you've already covered this, but do you have a live females in stock for shipping? Oh, that crap. Hope everybody's still on. Yes, I actually have I've got about 1,100, but 800 of them are jumbos for my grow outs. I've got about 300 that I'll be going through this week. I got to sex them out. They're 3 weeks old this week. I'll be sexing them out and putting them on the website, but I will be putting them on the website to purchase after next week's live Q&A, so that I can give you an update and things like that. I don't want to just put them on randomly and the people that follow me miss out. Stay tuned for that next week, and I will give you and let you know what I've got available, but I've got to do the numbers this week. That's already on my to-do list. Let's see. Jesse Brown says, when do you put your males and females together after separating at 4 weeks old? I have a bunch of young males all together with a lot of missing feathers on the backs of their heads. So we separate them at about 3 to 4 weeks. I usually separate them at 3 weeks. Do the best I can with it for, I do them all with feather sexable, and the vent sexing, I do my best. I've got a couple tips, and I usually get 4 or 5 wrong, but not that many. So we separate them at 3 weeks, and then we put non-jumbos back together at about 7 weeks old, and then jumbos come back together at, they come back together at 8 weeks old, but they actually be put into a cage at 10 weeks old. Not talking to me. Black Bell Farm says, I candled at lockdown. 44 out of the 60 developed and went in. All the ones that didn't hatch were opened, and they were developed far along, but had a large egg sac left. It's definitely a humidity issue. I would definitely get that checked. See if it's reading correctly. See if maybe there's some cold spots in there. But for sure, it's a humidity issue. PVC coated wire is a great idea. Found one that works. That's phenomenal. Great job. John says, how many hours do you let a hatch go before moving to brooders? I recommend every 24 hours. So if they start hatching, let's say they start hatching tonight, well, after dinner tomorrow night is when I would pull the chicks out. Anything that's dry, anything that's not dry, I leave in. So I pull them out every 24 hours. I let the hatch go 4 days after the first one hatches, unless it's like one hatch and then nothing for 36 hours. The longest I go is day 22. Don Cook says, happy 9th birthday, Madison.
Thank you.
Christy says, question, what's the best day to pull eggs out of the egg turner? Do we need to rotate them by hand after that? No. You'll want to, on day 15 is when you'll put them into the lockdown. Morning of the day 15. So like 14 and a half days is when you put them in. It's not a full 15, but you know, between 14 and 15 days, it's not that big of a deal. You can do either one. You can move them to lockdown on the 14th day. You can move them to lockdown on the 15th day. I move them into lockdown on the 15th day, and no, they don't need to be turning anymore. High humidity, same temperature, leave them alone, and they will do the rest of the work for yourself. Let's see. Hello, Zach. Mike from Dawsonville, Georgia. Please auction some research eggs again next week. Lost the one today, but hopefully I'll win them next time. I will. Because they're not on the website, I can't collect all of them all the time. So about 2 days a week, I'm going to be auctioning them off, which I'm doing on the weekends since that's my auction time. Michael Layton says, new to quail. That's great. Congratulations. I built a 3-tier pen, 6x2. Okay. Top tier divided into 3 2x2 pens for the breeders. How many females, males should I fit into a 2x2 pen? 4 to 1, 8 to 2. 2x2 is 4. I recommend 3.5 quail per square foot. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. So you could do 14. So I would do I would probably do an 11 and 3. It's probably what I would do. Nuts. That's what I would do. I would do an 11-3. Oh, thank you very much. Found one that works. I will check that out. Let's see. Jesse Brown says, since we're talking about humidity issues, what are all the signs of high and low humidity during the first 14 days of incubation? Really, incubation can fluctuate quite a bit in the first 14 days. If you get it too high, let's say you get it to 55, 60% the whole time, they're probably going to drown in the egg. They'll probably develop halfway and then stop. That's usually a telltale sign. If the humidity is at 0 or 10%, then they're not going to be strong enough to thrive in the egg. Really, the temperature is very, very important the first 14 days, and then the humidity is very, very important at the end of the days, in my opinion. If the colder weather in my area is leaving my birds in the brooder at 4 to 5 weeks old too long, I worry about them freezing. Yes, that is a great idea. In the winter, you do want to keep them in there a little bit longer. So for example, in the winter or in the summer, I usually move my quail from the brooder to the main barn at 3 weeks old. During fall and spring, I usually move them at about 3.5 to 4 weeks old. In the winter, the coldest winter, February, March, I usually keep them in there for 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks. The ones that I'm sexing out this week are going to be 3 weeks old. I'm actually going to be moving all the jumbos out to the main barn this week, but it's not too terribly cold here. Plus the jumbos are growing quite fast. But I will be leaving all of the non-jumbos in the brooders after I sex them and leaving them in there until I ship. But I just turned the lights off of them Saturday. Yesterday. Jamel says, Zach, I have a hatch rate of 60% for scarlets and 77% hatch rate for jumbo wilds. That is great. I will write that down. Let's see. 60% Scar, 77% Jumbo Wild. I'd like to see that Scarlet go up a little bit, but we did just change out the cage, a week and a half ago. So we've got all new hens in there, and all new males. Males are only a month old. So that should fix that. Jumbo Wilds, I can't complain about a 77% hatch rate on shipped eggs. Congratulations on both. Let's see. Under a Rock, I have questions. Go ahead and ask. Let's see. Ralph says, what would happen if you left the lights on your birds 24 hours a day? It's not the... We don't like doing it because they need their break, you know? They need their time off is the way I look at it. So, 16, 18 hours, I mean, I'm expecting them to be working 16 to 18 hours a day. Males need to be doing their stuff during that time. Hens need to be producing the eggs and getting ready for the next egg. Everything needs to be getting done. And then when the lights go off, it's time for them to settle and chill, and be rested. So in my opinion, you're going to get much better productive quail if you don't leave your lights on at all times, in my opinion. I know a lot of people leave their lights on at all times. Chrissy says, how do you keep the waters from freezing in the winter? Very good question. So we don't really have that issue now because of the new barn. But in the old barn, we had PVC pipe going to all the cages. We would wrap that in the foam stuff. That helped quite a bit. And then once every 3 or 4 days, we would pretty much empty the water and clean it out, blow through it, and then put new water in, so there was no standing water or anything like that. But yeah, those foam pipe covers really did a great job for us until we didn't need them anymore. Probably should put them back on. Wouldn't hurt anything. Monica says, my first set of hatched eggs had the heat lamp on until they were 4 weeks old. That's not bad at all. Erie Quail Farm says, we're losing Madison. Too long to be fun. Am I losing you? Am I boring you? Let's see. Monica Smith says, but when I moved them and turned the lights off, they started screeching like they were scared Christmas lights for nighttime now. That would be okay as well, just not the full bright, full spectrum. We try to use full spectrum lights. That's ideal, but daylight or any type of light will do. The Christmas lights are not very bright, so it's more of a night light to them, which is fine. But having a full productive light on them 24 hours a day, you're just going to burn them out way too fast, in my opinion. Hi to everyone from the Caribbean. Chris Bland is in the house, and that is all the comments, and we're 9 minutes early. How about that? So just a quick quick recap real quick. Other two are out now. Last two should have been pulled at lockdown. Grandson said leave them in. Final is 28 out of 30. I'm gonna write that down. Jerry Alexander, did you purchase them or were they a giveaway or an auction? Oh, they were an auction, so it's 28 out of 30. What is that percentage? Hold, please. That is phenomenal. Let's see, 28 out of 30. Jerry, I can't remember what they were. I think they were mixed. If you're still on, let me know what type they were. I can't remember. Salmon Fish says, hello, I had my female quail turn on each other and started poking each other's eyes out. Have you noticed that with their quail, or noticed that happening at a certain age? No, it's usually an aggressor, not really an age thing, or it's a sometimes, I don't want to say when they go broody, but when they start being more protective of their their eggs and be more mindful. Sometimes the hens will turn on each other. So that could happen later on. Most of the time it's just an aggressor at the beginning, but if it wasn't, that's probably what the case is, which usually you can fix. Usually move the aggressor out, move her back in about a week or two, and she'll get along with everybody again. Let's see, not sure what that just turned aggressive on each other. Put a German pastel eggs we ordered from you. We got one chick with scissor beak. Sometimes that happens. Got 30 more. That's great. Congratulations. Black Bell Farm, good night. Thank you for showing up. Robin C, thank you for showing up. Brenton, Brisbane, Quail, Australia, Cox. A lot of Australians tonight. What kind of animal lives in Australia? Just one.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, and really big. They have huge spiders there, like that big. Like they would eat your face at night. Yeah, it's true. They've got really big spiders. I promise. Let's see. Out of 60 German pastel eggs from you, 49 hatched. We have another 60 in the incubator due to hatch next week. That is great. Congratulations. That is wonderful news. Congratulations, Jingita Creacha. I hope I said that correctly. Sorry if I didn't. Jerry Alexander said Rosetta. Okay, thank you. Not mix at all. Thank you for letting me know. Chris Bland, for the Christmas giveaway international, did you send it out yet? Where to give you the address? I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have shipped them out. For the Christmas giveaway international, did you send it out yet? Yeah, I sent them out before Christmas. Or after Christmas. First week of January. I did ship them out the first week of January. Let's see. Got the Rosettas. Thank you very much, Jerry. Thank you, Madison. You're the best. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Ralph says, and bad snakes in Australia. That is true. They've got some mean snakes. Carrie says, Madison, cute koala bears. Koalas live in Australia. Kangaroos. Giant Madison eating spiders. I'm telling you, they've got some cool animals over there. Aren't emus from Australia? They are. Emus are from Australia. Did you know that? We have them. I feel like you should know a little bit about our animals. Good job, Beth. Heidi Sparks says, is it okay to message you tonight or better tomorrow? I will probably not answer it tonight. It is family time after this. But you can message and I just won't answer it until tomorrow. Chris Bland says, okay, well, I did not give you my address, how to do so. You can message me. I sent them to someone. Did we have 2 winners? I will have to look at my notes. But you can message me on WhatsApp, 937-760-7282. You can message me on Facebook, or you can text me, 937-760-7282. And I will take a look at that. Duck-billed platypus from Australia. That I didn't know. Wombats, also Australia. Wallabies.
I didn't know any of these animals.
I feel like you did. I feel like we're going to have to do a better job then. Daniel says, is it okay to have quail in a cage with treated hardwood? Yes, it is. We use treated hardwood on some. Not really on a lot. We usually use untreated, but treated would be all right. And I think that is it. Jay Joseph, I thought you were the winner of the giveaway for international. I can't remember. I'm going to have to look at all the notes. So that is it. So quick, the podcast is coming up. We cannot ship to Canada at this time. I apologize. Everybody's getting real strict around here. So the podcast is coming up. I'll be giving information on that. Did you get your stuff, Jay Joseph? I know I shipped it. I know I did. I think I still have a picture. I'll take a look, Chris. I remember your name, but I thought it was eggs. But I can't remember. I know there was only, well, I'll take a look. You can message me and I'll take a look. We'll find out what's going on. So the podcast is coming. It's really cool, really excited about it. Think I didn't do a great job, but it's worth listening to. Live Quail will be available next Sunday. So watch our live Q&A for that. At the beginning of every live Q&A, I'm going to be doing a little tips and tricks just because I don't have enough time in the day to do individual videos. Hopefully one day I will, but until then, I'm just going to, first 10, 15 minutes will just be a YouTube video that I would have done, and then we'll get into questions and answers. Candlers are on the website. They are $18 or $19, free shipping. The scissors are on the website, free shipping. You can add them to your orders. It won't cost anything extra. Shirts are ordered and on the way. Super excited about that. We have 3 different versions coming in. Really fun, exciting, cool looking shirts. Pretty excited about that. Got it in 2 different sizes because I'm afraid they won't sell and I'll be out a lot of money. So we'll see how it goes, and then we'll expand that. Unfortunately, jumbos are off the website right now. I apologize. I will get them on as soon as possible. We had a 5,000 jumbo order come in, and I just wasn't prepared. I was doing so well, but I can't complain. So I will get them back on there as soon as possible. February 1st is going to be our day in the life of. So you'll be following myself. You'll be following George, you'll be following Papa, you'll be following all of us around, seeing how we do everything. If you miss it, we're gonna be doing separate live videos. So one will be about feed and water, one will be about the brooder room, one will be, so there's gonna be like, I don't know, 12, 13 different videos that day. But if you're at work or you can't see it, you can go back and watch it. And hopefully somebody asked your question, or you can see how we do it, which should be a lot of fun. And we will be open to the public on February 1st for farm pickup or tours, but it is appointment only. At the very beginning, we did tips and tricks for chicks. So we talked about dry chicks, fast and steady, temperature, humidity, feed and water, what kind of light bulb to use, when to move them into the brooder, things like that, so you can check that out. And yearly waiting its arrival. I can't believe it's not there yet. Christy says the cassowary is Australian. It's a crazy looking bird. We're gonna have to look that up because I don't know what that is. People try to make it to the auction. Okay, well, I have an address in Florida. You can ship to me, so it will be much better for you. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. It only had one winner. Me, Verna rolled the die. Oh, I do remember that. I don't remember Chris Bland's name, though. I'll take a look at the notes. I still got them. Ralph, the cassowaries, I hope I said that correct, are dangerous. They're in Australia, and they're a crazy-looking bird. I feel like we need them. I don't know what they are or what they look like, but I want them.
Probably Mom will too.
I'm sure. Michael Layton says, I ordered jumbo wild eggs last week. Do you know roughly when they will ship? Most likely the end of this week. If you ordered last week, most likely they'll go out the end of this week. Sometime this week. Saturday, Sunday is when it got slammed and massive orders came out. So yeah, you'll go out soon. And I'm only about a week and a half to 2 weeks behind. I just don't want to get further behind. Are you going to be doing the chick color video soon and or comparing colors that look really similar? I am starting to work on it. Because we have so many colors, I'm just going to do a slideshow of each chick. So we are taking pictures, but I'm not hatching everything out at one time. So, but it started, which is more than I can say that it's ever been done before. Are you doing the youth giveaway? I know you mentioned it on one of the videos. Yes, The youth giveaway, the 18 and under contest, will be announced the first Sunday of every month. So yes, we're doing that this year as well. Wynola Ranch is still giving away a cage. We're giving away the 60 eggs, so I'm very excited about that. Jamel says, I'm hoping to order golds, jumbo white wing, and pearls, maybe the jumbo mix for the whites. Yes, the jumbo mix will have the whites in it. If you put in the notes that you would like to use the white wings with the mix, I can do that as well. And the pearls are gonna be out for a little bit. Oh, those cassowaries or whatever, the dangerous birds, are poisonous.
Oh.
Kind of makes me want one even more. You guys are awesome. Keep rocking. Thank you very much, Sam and Fish. Freezer's in the house. Welcome. Awesome. I know it's a process and you guys are busy. It is a process, but we started it, so that's something. Living a Rogue Life is in the house from Texas. Glad you're back. Missed you last week. Thank you very much. Feeling much better. Madison's feeling much better. Everybody's feeling better. Jenna's still a little down. Canny Fork Riverman says, Zach, some of the solid white quail that hatched have issues not walking upright, not being able to stand except for one leg. Is it normal for white quail? They tend to need a little bit more help. I'd throw them some electrolytes, put feed next to them so they're not going too far. Usually works itself out in about a week. How do you enter the giveaway? The 18 and under contest, you will want to email zack@myshirefarm.com. The person that is 18 or under will want to email me, give me a little bit of information about themselves, where they're from, why they want to start raising quail, what experience they have, if any, and what their goals are, and then we pick a winner once a month. Beth Reed says, thanks for another great live. Praying Jen, Grandma, and the whole farm family are healthy again soon. Thank you very much. Are endangered and have big claws that will split you wide open. Okay, I don't want them anymore, and we weren't going to get them, but I do want to know what they are, and I don't know why I don't. Everybody else knows what they are, and I don't know what they are. We'll probably go upstairs, and Jen will know what they are. Emus are scary enough, right? They're scary enough. Sam Fish says, I think you guys should keep adding exotic birds to your aviary. And that's the goal, one step at a time. Not the dangerous, endangered ones, but cool animals. They're like emus. Well, we have emus and we like them. Midwest Kristen says, I want emus and pheasants and peacocks. We have emus and peacocks. We used to have pheasants. What happened to them?
Which ones?
Any of our pheasants. We sell them? Oh.
Yeah.
I guess we sold them. Emu eggs are so gorgeous. They really are cool. We still haven't gotten one yet. Look like a giant dinosaur emu with a blue neck and a weird crest. Kind of looks like an emu. Kind of similar. Hey Zach, you said that you're going to be baby chick. I remember, when is that coming up? We've started the process. Oh, someone just sent me the cassowary info. Cool. I'll take a look at it. They have a big horn on their head. Oh my God, I can't wait to see it. See, we learned something on the live Q&A this week. Let's see. It is in the process freezer. It'll be a couple weeks. We're still hashing a bunch out, and we got to take a bunch more pictures, but the pictures have started. Had a pearl die today out of the blue, would be 3-week-old tomorrow. Couldn't find anything wrong with it. Weird. That is weird, especially for how old it was. The Wax Paradox says, do you do any work with celadon eggs? Seems popular. If you order a mix, usually we'll throw a couple celadons in there, but I don't sell them individually because I'm not happy with them. Lady Amherst pheasants are gorgeous too. They are. We used to have a bunch of pheasants, and I guess we sold them. I don't remember. We used to have pigeons too. Homing pigeons. We sold those.
Yeah.
We used to have bob whites.
Mm-hmm.
Those escaped.
Yeah.
We used to have chuckers, and those escaped.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have turkeys, and I think we sold those. Yeah, we sold them.
Yeah.
So, but we were just getting too much stuff at one time, trying to build the business. Now we're in a good place where I've got a good system down, so we're going to start building that stuff back up. I'd love for a lot of people to come to the farm and see emus and cooney pigs and miniature donkeys and a horse.
Yeah.
And what else we got? Fainting goats. And I'd love to have turkeys roaming around like we used to, unless they get on the porch and then they make a big mess. And then we've got geese and ducks. And so we want to get back to everything we used to have plus more, but that's one step at a time. All right, last couple of questions. Zach, one of my quail's crop is glogged, I think, and it smells horrible. It can eat, but its breast where the crop is like 3 times the size. I would probably call it, is what I would do. Sounds like it's in pain. I don't know. I'd have to see it. What is the best way to tell the 3 goals from each other? Wilds and Egyptians versus pharaohs. Well, wilds and pharaohs are the same thing, just different name. Brown are pharaoh or wild, and Egyptians are red. And that is it. So everybody, we hit a little over an hour, but we learned a lot about Australia tonight. So that's exciting. So we will be back this coming up Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the 31st. So the big announcement for next week will hopefully be something about the podcast. I'll let you know what live quail will be available and when I'm putting them on the website. Also, the shirts hopefully will be here and I'll be able to show you what they look like. Those will be, if I can get them by Friday, I'm going to have them on the website and just make them available and where you can see them when I put the live quail on as well. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you very much for... I got it. Thank you, everybody, for participating. I love all the communication back and forth. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for all the birthday wishes to Madison. And thank you for all the feedback that you guys give me. Thank you for the thumbs up. And we've got a lot of stuff planned for you. We've got a lot of stuff coming your way. So thank you all for your support. We really appreciate you. And until next time, stay safe. And we will see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard